Jumping back in the PowerFall project, we're back at it with another hot list. This is a fun list. How you doing, Adam?
I'm doing great, dude. I'm excited about this list. You're right. It is fun. This is really a gift.
It truly is. I like the little pun you did there. This is probably by far the most fun I've had putting together a list. I say that every week, but I really mean that.
Well, truly, what are you drinking?
A little hint there. I just stocked up the fridge here. We bought the Costco economy pack of Trulies.
I was going to say, it sounded like a man beverage. And then
no, I mean, it's 2021. I don't really see gender anymore, but this is a gender neutral Trulies here.
Okay.
I'm trying to watch that waistline there and watch the calories.
That a boy. I got a body positive animal positive Buffalo Trace whiskey.
Body positive. Are you saying fat people are good?
I'm saying, yeah. What?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Of course. I don't understand. Either way,
cheers, bro.
I wish I was built like a buffalo. Almost spilled my drink already. Wow. We're off to a great start. Cheers to you through the interwebs.
Cheers. And cheers to those listening with us. If you're driving, hopefully you're not drinking, but if you're at home, please crack a beverage. We are about to discuss...
Especially if it's a breakfast. What?
Of course. We are about to discuss the top 5 gifts that men actually want to receive. Now, I think you might have worded it a little bit better. What's your wording of this list here?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I had. Let me just check here. Yeah, no, I said top 5 gifts men actually want.
Yeah, and in the previous episode, you alluded to the fact that this episode was inspired by Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura, who last year started gifting each other really cool gifts because they understood that guys give each other the best gifts because we kind of understand what we want.
Have you given a really good gift?
Let me circle to a male.
To a man.
You know, I feel like I've stepped it up in the last couple of years with my brother.
Okay.
As we get older, nothing like groundbreaking, but like I got him this really cool knife for Christmas one year, which normally we send each other, honestly, just bullcrap gifts, you know, like, here's some blah, blah, blah. Here's another,
now the bullcrap, is it like goofy, like it's a gag
functional,
gift?
You know, it's fun.
It's
maybe some booze or some shot glasses or something like that. But
sure.
You know, like we really started stepping it up. I got him this kind of this mini Pelican case, you know, those waterproof hard plastic cases.
Okay.
It was really functional. It's about the size of oh goodness, what would I equate that to? You know, it's maybe the size of like a large book. And so like if you're going hunting, if you're going camping, which he frequently is, you can throw all your stuff in there that you don't want to get, you know, potentially wrecked by a downpour or if it falls out of the car, you know, stuff like that. Like,
no, those are handy.
Yeah. So I got him a Pelican case. I remember got him a cool knife last year. And then he stepped it up too. He got me not the Omaha steaks, but he got me this really cool set of meat from this butcher. And dude, it was some of the best meat I've ever had. He got me a variety of like ribeyes, a couple of different cuts, but they also threw in a bunch of like free hamburgers too, which were just phenomenal.
Yeah, that was actually an honorable mention. Was this butcher box subscription models of like good quality meats. Like that was definitely an honorable mention.
Nothing beats a good meat.
Yeah, well, you are really good at beating said meat. Wait, your said meat? Your meat? I don't know. I don't know.
How about we fire it back at you? Have you given any cool gifts or received any cool gifts?
Well, no. So the reason why I asked that question because between you and your brother, I had a buddy in St. Pete, Dustin. He and his brother had a really good thing going where they would try to like one up each other in gag gifts
gifts
in front of their parents.
Okay.
So like one was like an enormous, dildo. And then another one was like a subscription to Playboy, and then like all these or like a porno or something like that. So they'd be like, oh God, and it would be like a VHS one too, right? So like they're like shaking it at the tree on Christmas, and they're super religious, which is the best part. But and so they would like pull out this, this huge box that shakes and sounds like a VHS, and he'd open it up and it'd be like a porno that he'd have to open in front of his parents. So stuff like that was always fun. But to your question of have I given a good gift, I have to tell you, I have given a few extremely good gifts, and it goes down to criteria that my boy Cole helped me with. And when I talked about gifts, I phoned a friend, see last episode where we have, your ultimate speed dial. But I had to ask him, I was like, what goes into a good gift? How do you get a good gift for a guy? All that kind of stuff. And then, he talked about like effort and time, right? So there's some things that like take effort and time. If you wanted to get this thing, this, that, or the other thing, or it just happens to be like beautifully functional in what you're trying to do. Right. So to answer your question, Cole was my best man at my wedding. He's a dude that I've known since I was 12 years old, and he has been my right-hand man. Right. So, I got him, and he's a big Michigan fan, and we grew up in the era of Michigan football being incredible. And I got him a signed, an autographed picture of Charles Woodson, one of our favorite players, one of his favorite players from Michigan, as the gift for that. And I think that was a really, really good gift because of, the effort that it took to get an autographed picture, the time that it took to do so. And it meant something. So I think that was something that was a really good gift in that sense, because I also knew him and I knew that he would like that. Now, with our criteria today, it really is on price point, and we don't necessarily know who it's for, right? So this could be relatively universal. That's why this is like the most Googled thing during the holiday. Because nobody really knows what to get a fucking guy.
So
right?
You took your list universal. That's kind of one difference between our list.
Uh-oh.
I tried to model my list around like a couple of my circle of friends, you included. So
okay.
I modeled the list around what I would buy you.
Okay.
Or what I would buy my brother, or Cole, or anyone else in our circle there.
Good job.
Just
nice.
I needed some context, because I was really struggling at first until I kind of put a face to the gifts.
Well, that's good. But let's first and foremost just make sure that let Cole know he's not getting any of this shit.
Well, I mean, if I win the lotto here, or if I strike it rich this weekend on the Poirier McGregor fight there, I might feel a little generous. But
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just want Cole to know that I'm not getting you any of this shit, dude.
I might get you some on the $20 level, because that is true. We broke it down. What are the levels again that we broke down these gifts on?
So we got the $20 level. We got the $100 level. We got the $500 level. We've got the $1,000 level and the $10,000 level. Now, understandably so, that is probably three, if not four of those are out of most people's level. And believe me, it's out of my level. But these are going to be fun. They're going to be good gifts that you would really want.
It's out of our level currently. Let's put positive self-talk in play here. And when we start getting that big PowerFall money, I definitely want to start hitting those higher brackets with you, buddy, when your birthday comes around. Because
I can't wait to get you this $10,000 gift when we're at the Joe Rogan level, so you can be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
I love it. So how do you want to do this?
All right. So I guess we talked about how you divided your criteria. You basically put a name or a face to it so that you could help narrow down what was going to be that particular piece for that price point, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I didn't do that. So mine is a little bit more universal. I have some things that are a little bit more specific to, say, maybe an outdoorsy guy. I have some things that are pretty universal for just any guy. And so we'll just have to go with it. So either way, rules are the same that apply. Is you have to defend your answer, describe why you would pick that and go forward. So to your question, you or me, really?
Yeah, I'll jump out of the gate here. And again, defend your answer. If my gift sucks, tell me. I didn't spend any money. It's not costing me any money here. So my first gift, at the $20 level, we're going from least expensive to most expensive.
Okay.
$20 level, when thinking of you, when thinking
Wait, you're giving me the $20 gift? Everybody else on your list, you're getting the expensive ones, but you're like, Adam gets the $20 gift. That's cool. Right on.
I'm giving you all these gifts.
Good start.
But this is like a stocking stuffer per se.
Okay.
So at the $20 level, whether it's for you, whether it's for my brother or anyone else, my bros, $20 is kind of tough. So I went straight consumables on the $20 level.
Okay.
And to really narrow it down to you specifically, if I'm buying a $20 gift for Adam, I'm going to get you some tobacco for your pipe.
Oh, that's a good call.
$20 doesn't go very far. You really can't buy a bottle of booze. I'd like to get you some whiskey, but the whiskey you can get for $20, I wouldn't even want to drink that, let alone gift it to my enemy.
Right.
So I'm getting you a little tobacco. I think you can get some tobacco for your pipe, maybe not a lot of it, but enough.
You're right. Cause you would have to get like maybe a shooter or two.
Right. Airplane bottles.
You're like, here's some McKellen. It's an airplane bottle. Enjoy.
Yeah, or some black velvet or something like that. Something that comes in a plastic bottle. If it's booze.
Yeah.
Other than that, $20. I kicked around the ideas of like food. Maybe a gift card to Taco Bell or something like that. But
and you're strategic. You're strategic about this because really, that I've got 2 pipes, and so with that tobacco, we're packing both of them, and you're sitting right there next to me in an Adirondack chair next to the fire, smoking those pipes. And that's a fucking good gift, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done.
Yeah, like I said, the honorables for me were either the alcohol, which really would be kind of shitty, or food, basically. I'd probably buy something to eat.
Yeah, $20 is extremely tough.
$20 is tough, man.
Yeah,
what do you got for $20?
Well, I got to tell you, so $20, if you're going to make it mean something at $20, you have to really know the person. Right. Otherwise, it has to be a pretty blanket thing, like you just described.
And that's why I was struggling until I decided to make this list, either for you or for my brother or anyone else that we're tight with. Because $20, there's nothing worse when you go to like a white elephant party and they're like $10 limit or $20 limit, and you're like, what the hell am I going to get for $20?
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And so my favorite thing to do in that case is I buy a 12-pack of my favorite beer, and then I pull one out. And I steal it from the Heineken ads where they did the holiday 5-pack. Right?
Right.
When you give someone a 6-pack but one's missing because you enjoyed it on the way. Like that's the way.
Of course.
So like
it's kind of hilarious. It adds a comedic element to it.
It's a fun thing. You're like, listen, you weren't gonna buy this 12-pack of Newcastle Brown Ale, whatever it is, or you were gonna buy this. You weren't gonna buy that. You were gonna buy Coors Light, but I got you this 12 rack, half rack. Whatever. Oh my God. I've been having.
It's been a while since you've been to college.
Yeah. Been having a little bit too much Buffalo Trace. I'm going to give you this 12-pack of something that's really tasty that is tough to justify buying this expensive beer and a 12-pack of them. But I'm going to buy this one for you and pull one out. And then it's just kind of funny. But that's not my gift, but it's right along with what you're saying. So I like it. So my gift in the $20 thing, I think the best thing about this $20 price point is that you can bump it, and you can bump it up to 30, and then you're kind of a dick because the price point is $20 and you're going to be like, the price point is $20, and then you buy them something that's 30. And you're kind of like, ha, I got you something a little bit nicer. I broke the rules because I wanted you to have this. Okay. And in that price point, which is what's fun about that, is you're not going to break the bank. You spent 30 versus 20. And this is where you get that a little bit absurdity, right? You can get something that's a little bit outside the normal, you're not going to spend $20 on that.
Or you're a good friend. So on the $10,000 one, are you getting me a $20,000 gift?
Absolutely not. But at the $20 level, you can spend 30 and you can make that dude feel like a king and that you took care of him. And in that, you can like what you just said, you can't get a good bottle for under 20, but you can get a pretty good bottle for 30.
So you're breaking the rules already. So what do you got here for number 5?
Super breaking the rules. So whether it's a bottle, it's a knife, it's a ticket to a game, it's a gadget, it's a dildo, it's whatever. Yeah. What I picked was one of those big 14-ounce Yetis.
Yeah, buddy.
Because you're not going to spend $30 on a cup. But if you get a cup from a buddy that gave you a Yeti mug, a Yeti cup, a big 14-ounce Yeti, it's pretty awesome.
You're 100% right. We received, Jane and I, a Yeti tumbler.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
We use them every day. We brew our coffee in them. We use them every day.
Yep. Those Yetis are awesome. And
every day.
You're not going to buy one.
I love those gifts that pop up that you use all the time.
But if you're going to use it, yeah. I mean, it's more money than you want to spend on a stupid cup. At the same time, when somebody gives it to you, it's fucking awesome.
Yes.
Okay. That's my $20 gift, sir.
Any honorables?
Well, it was like a bottle of something, or one of those, a ticket to a game. Those are those like kid, cool little like, this is a live band, or I got you tickets for us to go to the baseball game or whatever. I think those are kind of in that $20 gift.
The only other honorables I had for the $20 level were like if you got someone like a drinking game or something like that, or like Cards Against Humanity. That's kind of a fun game that, like one of those games that like you wouldn't go out of your way to buy it yourself, but then once you have it, then now you've got something to entertain people when they come over.
Yeah, and dude, I don't know about you, but like I like baseball. I know that baseball is not your thing. At the same time, I get bored in baseball as well, and so I've had sweet tickets at the Rays, and it was just a fucking blast with a bunch of great people. Then I've also had like right down just above the dugout seats that are fucking awesome. At the same time, like just chopping it up in the outfield in the $10 section.
I like going to live games. Yeah, I just awesome. I cannot stand watching it on TV.
Right.
I mean, the last time I blacked out was at Diamond Club Seattle Mariners.
See, there you go. Yeah, I heard that story. They threw you out, and then you had a poster on the wall.
No, that was the Husky game.
Oh, right. Okay. Go Dogs. But if you in the $20 level, right? If I'm giving you a gift, can I get you a $20 ticket to that game, and then myself a $20 ticket, and that's the gift,
buddy,
and we're going together?
It's an experience. Okay. Yeah, at that point, it's an experience.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
The only other thing that is kind of fun at the $20 level, and this is not a Nevada thing because we got gambling here, and so they don't really do that here. But
strippers.
Like well, that doesn't get very far these days, too. They're getting pretty pretentious.
How much is a lap dance?
They are $20, but man, it's the shortest $20 you've ever spent there. You're better off just buying a couple months subscription to like an OnlyFans or something like that.
I don't know,
which would be a funny gift to give someone.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's a funny idea. That'll get you in trouble. No, but what I was getting at was
what's this charge? I don't understand this charge. It says only. I don't understand it.
It's a lot of explaining to do. No, but in Seattle, we used to have a relative that would give us scratch tickets or lottery tickets.
Oh, okay.
And those are kind of fun because $20 is kind of like a throwaway gift. You're kind of like, whatever. But like, I remember I saw that one year. I was like, yeah, this is cool. And I ended up winning like, it cost me nothing. Yeah, it was literally like $5. I won $5 and they gave me nothing really. I mean, they spent $20. I got $5 back. So whatever. Yeah. I bought myself a Red Bull or something like that.
But you're not going to spend $20 on scratch tickets.
No, I've never did. No.
If you got $20 on scratch tickets, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. It was fun sitting there scratching in front of everyone. You're like with the optimism. I think $20 gets you like sometimes up to 20 cards, like depending on, the level of them. Some of them are $1, some are $3, some are $5.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's kind of
good.
Fun.
All right. You are at the $100 level, sir. What'd you buy me?
So this is, again, these levels I kind of struggled with when I was thinking of it generally. So when I really put a face to the gift, that's when I really was able to hone in.
That's a cool way of saying you didn't buy this for me.
I know I bought this. Actually, this is the one that I bought specifically for you.
Oh,
and you'll see here in a minute. So I remember one of our episodes about a year ago, we talked about our top 5 favorite albums.
Yes.
That was one of our fun episodes. That was one of our favorite episodes.
Can you remember all of your lists from here on out?
No, and that's something we're gonna have to revisit because I know for sure my top 5 albums has changed.
Because Cole beat me up today about my villains. He's like, "How do you not have Darth Vader, you fucking idiot?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, well I had," and I couldn't remember who was on my list. And he's like, "Really,
Miley Cyrus? Yeah,
really? You do this and you can't remember who was on your list?" And I'm like, "Damn it!" So anyway.
Well, it is an evolving thing and it's subjective. So we do have to revisit a couple of these at some point.
And
but
we get served booze.
Yeah. I mean, I'm completely sober while we do these podcasts every single week. So, but no, what I was getting at is like, I remember that you had a really diverse list on your top 5 albums.
Yeah.
And, mine were a lot of punk rock, a lot of heavy metal, a little bit of hip hop. Yours went, did you have Elton John on yours or was that an honorable?
That was an honorable.
Yeah, it was pretty diverse though. It was pretty fun. So what I got for you at the $100 level, for you specifically, and this is either one of 2 categories. If I have the time, I'm going to go out to a vintage store and seek this out. I did a little research. I know you can pick one of these up for the $100 level. If I don't have time, I'm going to go to Amazon and order kind of a state-of-the-art knockoff one.
Okay.
But it's still fully functional.
Okay.
And I'm going to get you a record player.
Oh, fuck. That's a good pull.
I really did some research at the $100 level because it's a really fun. It's a fun level because $100, if you really know someone, that's kind of in our wheelhouse right now.
Yeah.
And so they make these like remastered or refurbished record players. I've seen at one of these local stores here. Now, some of them get up into the thousands of dollars, of course, but you can get kind of a basic one for $100. Or you can go the Amazon route and get one that has like Bluetooth built in. It plays a record, but it also has some speakers built in. It's not quite as nostalgic, but it still is fully functional. And like records are cool, man. Like that's one thing that I told my mom, not to be more, but I said, but put my name on your records because she's got like the ultimate collection of records back from like Clapton's era.
Oh my God.
Iron Butterfly, The Doors, and she's got all the originals. I'm like,
and they got a Vita, baby.
Oh, baby. Yeah. And so a record player, like just a wood box record player, with the plastic flip down top there. That's what I'm getting you for $100, man.
Oh my God. I'd love you for that gift. I got to tell you, dude. So I remember when my mom, we moved into our place, the place that was going to be my mom's and mine. Correct my grammar. And I remember she was like, you know what? I don't care. I'm getting a record player. And because she had so much vinyl, and she was like, and I was like, that's dumb. Get a CD player. This is stupid. Like CDs will just be forever, because I'm a dumb kid. And she got the record player, and I just thought about how cool that was. And then another thing, just a couple of years ago, I think it was around the time I moved to Florida. Anyway, nobody cares. But I came back and visited, and my buddy Egg had just bought their first home, him and his wife Liz, and they bought this big, beautiful home. And it was super modern, beautiful cabinets and countertops and all the stuff that you'd want to normally show off, and high ceilings and all that cool shit. And Egg pulled me aside and was like, I got to show you this because this is my favorite part. And he pulled me into the garage, and he had bought a vintage record player. And I don't know if it was from an estate sale or a Goodwill or whatever, but he had bought a record player, big speakers, and 100, 200, 500, I have no idea, but a bunch of albums. And I'm going, oh my God. And he had like Rolling Stones, he had like Thriller, he had like all these others. And it was like, I may have a cool house, but I have a record player and a collection that is just amazing. And I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. So I am so enthralled by your gift. I just want to gloss over mine because it's just what I'm giving you back is just it's
the first time I heard Cheech and Chong was on vinyl.
Yeah. First time I
That was
heard
my mom.
Oh, dude, yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I cut you off there.
I cut you off.
No. I just was thinking there's a lot of good memories that are wrapped around these vinyl records. And yeah, I can just picture you sipping some whiskey, smoking your pipe, and listening to some Al Green or something, whatever, anything, you know?
Yeah. You mentioned Iron Butterfly. My dad played me Inagata de Vida.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. And the drum solo in that.
Yep. The full length version. Yep.
Yeah. I want to say it's like like a 2-minute drum solo, 3-minute drum solo. Nah, it's not that long, but it seems like it. It's like a 17-minute song. It's like the longest
it's obnoxious,
song recorded.
Right.
Yeah, drugs are bad. Well, not necessarily if you're that guy or the Beatles who wrote half their shit on acid. But I mean, whatever. It's performance enhancing. Meanwhile, we're throwing out Olympians.
You want your artist messed up a little bit. You want your artist drugged up a little bit. The best stuff comes out of that.
No doubt. I remember. So my dad and I would listen to Steve Martin on vinyl. It was definitely a bonding moment. Anyway,
I'm gonna
go to my $100 gift to you, sir.
What am I returning for $100 that you're gonna get me?
Yeah. So at least okay, I will give you this. Although your $100 I could probably trade in later for $200, mine will maintain the $100 value, and it will only be replaced by more expensive things. So there's that. But mine at the $100 level you probably already have one, but for the average dude, the normal man, whether you're living in an apartment or whether you're living out in the boonies and you have a full tool set, my $100 level, something in the vein of my $20 point where you want something that you're not necessarily going to buy yourself, because that's the biggest thing that I had a tough time with this whole list was anything up against a price point. A dude can go, I can get something that's comparable for cheaper, or I can get the luxe version that's 7 times as much. And that's the toughest part about this whole thing. Because if you buy the particular thing for the dude in that space, you probably didn't get the right quality one, or you didn't get the luxury one. So my point is, on this $100 level, I got you a Leatherman multi-tool.
No, hell yeah. No, that's
one of the best top of the line versions of a multi-tool. Now you can get one for $30. You can go to Home Depot and you can get a really, really good one for $30. You can get a really, really good one for $50, but you're probably not going to buy the Leatherman multi-tool for $100. The
name brand one. Yeah. That's a really good gift, because you're right. I'm not going to spend that money on there, but it is something that I use all the time.
Right.
It basically any tool for $100, I'm going to use it, because you triggered a thought there. Even at the $20 level, one of the things that I use all the time is one of those interchangeable screwdrivers that has the different bits in it. You know,
Yep.
My dad got me that as a stocking stuffer a couple of years ago, and I use it all the time.
Yep.
And so a Leatherman tool, I pack one of those in my man bag. Surprise, surprise. Yep. And so, having something I know I can rely on, that's a good gift. You can break a window if you're locked inside of a drowning car. Yep. You can cut your seatbelt off because it's got the tool on there. You can pop a can opener.
Yep.
It's got everything, man. That's a good gift. I received that. I'm not going to kick your ass too much on that. Now, I might return it and get the knockoff one and can pocket that other $70.
3 other ones so that you can give them to other people. You could be like my wife and have a return section of our closet where she just stockpiles the stuff that she doesn't want and then just going to give to somebody else. Probably shouldn't have said that on the air.
I don't know if you know anyone in your life that's like this, but I used to know some people in my life that if we got them something and they didn't like it, they would ask you to return it.
Oh, gross.
It was the most awkward situation in my life.
Like,
even if it's the
like,
wrong.
hey, thanks for the blanket. Would you return it and get me what I want?
Yeah, or even a shirt. Like, I'm probably not going to wear this. Can you return it and like give me a gift card? I've literally been asked that question. I'm like, it was in a situation where I'm trying to like, keep face and not blow a fuse. I'm like, yeah, of course. But in reality, I wanted to punch him in the throat and be like, receive, just receive.
Just fucking receive. Yeah. I think I talked about that on the Christmas episode. We had one of Diana's friends she was like, she put some like gift items that she wanted on this like wish list. It was like from
as an adult,
right?
Okay.
As an adult in her 40s, was like, I want these 3 ornaments from Amazon. And
I think
Diana
the last time I did that, I was 10 years old. Thank you. Yeah.
Right. On her fucking gift list, a list. Anyway. And Diana was like, okay, well, I went on Amazon and they weren't available. So I got you this Amazon gift card so you can buy the exact ones that you want on Amazon. And the girl was like, I don't shop on Amazon. So
what?
Could you get that gift card to like Nordstrom's or something? That's just fucking ridiculous.
Who doesn't shop on Amazon? What the fuck?
And it was like super. And the thing is it was all during COVID. So it was like in the group text or something. It was just nonsense.
Here's something for that genius right there that I want to punch through the microphone.
Mm-hmm.
You can take that $20 card. You can buy another gift card.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Or just at $20 or whatever it is, just re-gift it. Good Lord.
Can you imagine saying something so BS in a group text where other people are going to read it? Anyway, we're at the $500 level for you, sir.
Yeah, man. This is where it gets really fun. So there was 2 things that on this $500 level that I could get you.
Okay, this is a hard episode for me to be like super like make you defend your answer when they're gifts for me.
Right. The worst criticism I had for you is I could return your Leatherman's knife and buy the knockoff brand, but I'm probably not going to do that. But at the $500 level, I chose to go the experience route versus something tangible.
Ooh, okay.
And this is a floating one because depending on where you're at in your life, if you have the appropriate equipment, I'm going to get you option A. If you don't have the appropriate equipment, I'm going to get you option B.
Okay.
Option B is I'm going to send you up to Seattle.
Okay.
Snoqualmie specifically. And I'm going to get you a driving experience at Dirtfish? Is that what it's called?
You gotta help me.
The Rally Driving School. They have an off-road rally car driving school. I believe it's called Dirtfish. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here. It's probably because I've had 2 of these Trulies. But anyways, yeah, you spend either a day, half a day, a couple hours. Dirtfish. I don't know why I was second guessing myself there. And you literally go through rally courses. They drive on gravel roads and they teach you how to drift. They teach you how to accelerate, brake. It's a 4-wheel drive Subaru. So it's a lot of fun. That was option B. If you were at a point in your life where you had a sport bike, I was going to get you a track day at a local track like Laguna Seca or something like that. So,
oh my God, what a great gift. Are you kidding me?
Experience for the $500 level for me. Those are the two.
Dude, so good. Okay. So my option A or my option B. So option A is if I've got a sport bike, I can go do the track day.
Yeah. I found one of them. They come at all different prices. I kind of found $500 was kind of a rough price for a track day that also comes with a little bit of coaching.
Yeah.
So you'll get some guidance. You'll get, some cues on where to brake, where to accelerate, how to enter this corner and whatnot. And the Dirtfish thing too, there's everything from $500 up to, $10,000 if you wanted to go crazy up there. But, and
then part B was the Dirtfish, which was learning how to drive a rally car a little bit and getting on some dirt, some gravel and drifting and stuff like that.
Yep.
Oh, fuck, dude. That's awesome. I love that. I'm so glad you brought up the experiences versus the takeaways, because to that point, I mean, that is really what is key too, is the ability to do an experience versus something that you have to have, because I mean, I don't know about you, but like there are a handful of gifts that I like possess, and then there are some incredible experiences that I talk about once a week, if not once a month or daily, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
that is a really, really good gift. So hats off to you, sir, on that one.
Thank you,
Again,
sir.
mine might be taking a big piss all over yours because that one was awesome. That one was really good.
We'll have to get some viewer feedback or listener feedback on who dominated this list. I'm feeling pretty confident in my list so far.
You're doing pretty good, and I don't mind telling you, my $500 gift includes installation. Okay, so this is something that you will possess. This is not an experience, although it will be a labor-saving device and an experience every time you use it.
What's her name? Oh, sorry.
Pause for awkwardness. This is a urinal in your house.
Yeah, baby.
I am buying this man, this gift for a man. I am buying a urinal for his house. With $500, I can buy said urinal. I can get it installed. And you will then have a urinal in your home. Now, where I found this was on a website that we'll probably have to put in the show notes because it's on my phone and my phone is recording the video right now. But it was a really cool one. And it's going to sound incredibly disgusting, but it had a urinal with a sink on top of it. So you mount this urinal in your wall, and then it has a sink on top. So you can be doing your business and then just wash your hands on top, and you're out of there. And I don't know about you. We've talked about leaving the seat up, leaving the seat down. We've talked about all that kind of stuff. But this is having a urinal in your home. Now, I've only been in one home with a urinal. I've been in a home that had like the state-of-the-art incredible toilet that probably cost $2,500, and that was legit. But I've only been in one home that actually had a urinal, and it was installed, but it was installed a little bit too high. And so you kind of needed to stand on a ledge in order to get up there so that you could
or aim with an upward trajectory.
Yeah. Or get super excited. But it was not ideal. But having a urinal where you could just be like, hey, no, we're all down here. We're shooting pool. We're throwing darts and we're all drinking and whatnot. And then we just go hit the urinal because when dudes are boozing, the urinal comes in real and handy. And you're not splashing on this, that, or the other thing. So for you, sir, for $500, you're getting a urinal in your house.
I absolutely love it. I don't have any criticism. I just have a couple questions. I know you wouldn't. I'm assuming. I know you wouldn't buy me one that has a splashback. And I know you know what I'm talking about, right? Because I had a situation today where I was at said urinal, and it was one of those ones that was really tricky to navigate because no matter where you aim, you always got a little residual splash. So I had to take a giant step back, hoping that no one else would come in because I was wearing khaki pants. And, khaki pants at a urinal is just like...
Yeah. Well, to that point. So recently I was at a truck stop on the way home from Vegas, and it was one that looked like it was in good shape because there was no splashback. At the same time, there happened to be a good sized puddle on the ground. And although I thought that it was not splashing back, it most certainly was splashing in the puddle. And so I got to tell you, so you remember in the Pacific Northwest, there was a restaurant called The Rock that was like pizza.
Yeah. The Rock. Yeah. Wood-fired pizza. Yep.
Yeah. They had urinals that were in the shape of flames that came up and all that kind of stuff. They also had a little target on their urinal. So I'm thinking we're going down that road. We're going a real good environment that's not getting much splashback, but then it's also either got some flames or, pick to your liking of what kind of aesthetics you want, but also an aiming point as well. So,
the messiest ones but also kind of my most favorite ones are the ones that are like that go from like eye level all the way down and are built into the floor. You know, what I'm talking about those like a big bathtub. They're fun. They look cool. You feel like a man when you're saddling up to this thing, but at the same time, those are the ones that are most tricky to navigate.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that usually have the most residual all over the wall, all over the floor.
Right. So would you want one that looks more like a saddle?
Saddle. I'm going saddle.
Yeah, because I mean, really, you can just make
Mm-hmm.
sure that you're not having any problems. At the same time, you don't want any splash in your shorts either from underneath. I mean, the saddle is pretty solid.
Yep, you can bank it off the wall, so it kind of half pipe in there. You know, it's a fun thing. It's a game almost. Solid gift, man.
Yeah. So that's number 500 for me. So we're up to 1,000 for you, sir.
1,000 for me. So we romanticize you and I getting out in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Long awkward pause.
Mm-hmm.
And we romanticize doing some overlanding, doing some multi-day hikes, but we also romanticize harvesting our own meat.
Okay.
So for the $1,000 level, I'm going to pull up the website here so I don't mess up the name here.
Okay.
I am purchasing you an instrument to help harvest your own meat. And if you literally think about this as a tool, that's how you're going to sell it to the wife. It's an instrument to help harvest meat.
Okay.
And I think one of the most best bang for your bucks
when
harvesting meat. When harvesting meat, I butchered that. Bang for your buck. I'm going to buy you a Ruger American rifle with scope, chambered in .308. It's under $1,000, but I'm going to have enough left over to get you some ammo.
Okay.
Maybe get you a sling.
Yeah.
And that is going to be what's going to put meat on your table for the next couple of years. It's a good entry-level rifle, a good all-around rifle. It will last you a long time and add some street cred to you.
Oh, I love it. So, and to your point, okay, I just love the way that you describe that, because that's the kind of the key with a gift, right? Because the last thing I want with a gift is, hey, here's this amazing gift. Oh, you don't have batteries? Oh, here's this amazing gift. Oh, but you have to go get a bracket so that you can put it on your wall. Oh, here's this amazing gift. Here's a chore. What you just illustrated is the best part, right? Because you're like, here is this rifle that's probably what, $700, and then putting on a scope on it is probably $200, and then getting ammo and the strap and then all the other stuff is another $100. So like we've now spent $1,000, but you've got everything you need in this, where it would be tough for you to go to the store and be like, oh fuck, I got to spend $1,000 to get this thing.
That's exactly it. Yeah, I didn't want to put you in a situation. There's definitely better rifles out there for $1,000, but then you'd have to go spend $200 is kind of on the conservative side for a scope, because if you're trusting yourself to take the life of another animal, you want a really good scope.
Okay.
And so this has got a pretty respectable scope on it here. I can I'll put the link in the show notes maybe here.
So that's my point, right? Like you illustrated that really well, because that's the tough part. Is here is this gift up to this price point. Now, in order for you to enjoy it, go spend double. Like that is the part that I think people giving gifts to men don't understand, is there has to be a little bit of buffer to understand that there's now chores associated with it. And the worst part about receiving a gift is I have to go now do a bunch of shit. I mean, are you right? Am I right on that, or am I wrong?
No, 100%. Yeah. If there's setup involved or accessories that I need to make it even operational, that's a pain in the butt. I chose this one too. I mean, automatic rifles are fun. You know, if you already had one of those, I probably would have got you more of like an automatic, rifle. But this is a fun bolt action rifle. So you take a shot, crank that bolt back, get the cool sound, you get to eject the shell casing.
Yep.
It's a fun experience shooting a bolt action rifle.
Yeah. Great gift. I love it.
Also something you can use for the zombie apocalypse. And if you haven't listened to that episode, that was one of our favorite episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. By all means, buy me a rifle, Nick. That would be fucking awesome. I would love it.
The only honorable I had for that one was also another experience. And I scratched it because I already had an experience at the $500 level. But, for under $1,000, you can charter a South American Patagonia motorcycle ride, like a multi-day ride where they provide the bikes, they provide all the food, the camping gear, the guides, and you just show up and you ride state-of-the-art, GM or BMWs or Honda, whatever it is,
Yeah, those GSs. Yeah.
GSs. Yeah, it's not as expensive as you think, man.
No.
$1,000 will go a long way.
No shit. That is.
But then again, that's something where you have to buy the flight down there. Then you'd have to get your own lodging. So that's kind of had some add-ons to it. But
yeah, no, that's really good. I mean, a group of my guys, and we should probably loop you into that eventually. I don't know when it's actually going to happen. It's probably going to happen next fall. So 2020 fall or 2022 fall is doing some sort of European trip where we're renting bikes similar to that. And so you're exactly right. I mean, it's just an experience. I think about the motorcycle trip that I went on in 16 across the US as one of the greatest moments of my life. So the ability to give that to somebody else is just incredible. So you're exactly right. My $1,000 one is not necessarily fitted for you. It would be if you didn't have such an extensive background in this, but similar to your $500 experience, this is a stunt driving course. I found a stunt driving course that is about $1,000, and it's a several day course that essentially teaches you stunt driving on courses, learning how to operate at high speeds, learning how to race, learning how to drive exotic cars. And so $1,000 can get you that incredible stunt driving experience so that you can learn actual skills to transfer to your normal driving, as well as if you wanted to continue down that path and learn more driving skills and things like that. But $1,000, I found an incredible stunt driving course. Now, for you, Nick Powers, who knows how to drive fast, how to drive in a racing situation, all that kind of stuff, it's not necessarily for you, but for the general guy, it's a gift that I would definitely spend $1,000 on. The honorable mention, unless you had comments on that.
No, real quick. That's a fun gift because it puts you in a situation where you get to learn how to operate a vehicle when something goes wrong. Like a lot of people don't know what happened. A lot of people, I get passed on the freeway all the time here in Vegas with people doing 85, 90 miles an hour. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But like, do you know what to do when things go wrong? Right. And so part of stunt driving is throwing your car into situations where it's out of control.
Yep.
And yeah, that'd be valuable for anyone really, but I'd really have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. I figured you would, but I mean, you've done quite a few, or you've done a lot of experience in that. I mean, I'm sure you'd have fun with it, but still.
I've jumped a car twice, but not that far. Nothing impressive. Nothing that's
Sure. Well, and so the honorable mention with the $1,000 gift was a fitted custom suit. Now, if I'm thinking for a gift for a guy, right? So like we have lots of options for suits. Now, not everybody needs a suit. I get that. Not everybody needs $1,000 suit. I also extremely understand that. At the same time, there are services Indochino, which we've had good experiences with. I've had buddies who've had good experiences with that, and even when it didn't come the way that it was supposed to, they fixed it, no cost, all that kind of stuff. Like there are made to measure suits, there are, show up and get measured and all of that kind of stuff. But a lot of the time with this gift, the whole point behind this gift is that you don't have to pay for it. And you can go to Men's Warehouse, you can go to Joseph A. Banks. Yeah. You can go to Nordstrom's, you can go to these places and you can get a suit and all that kind of stuff. But again, to the point, you don't necessarily want to spend your money when you can go to Macy's and get a suit and get it tailored and probably get out of there for $300, $500. But to have a custom suit made for you to your specifications and then have it tailored beautifully, and you don't have to spend anything, $1,000, and your suit is beautifully made, and now you own that suit and you can use it for your wedding, your retirement party, or anything there in between, having a beautifully custom made suit for you is pretty awesome. So that was my honorable mention.
Yeah, man. This might be one of the situations where I might take the honorable over the main one.
Mm-hmm.
Not to beat you up too bad, but like you're right. I'm not going to spend $1,000 of my own money on a suit.
Right.
I've got a handful of suits that are anywhere from $200 to $500, and all those, even those, I bought those on sale.
Yep.
But there's nothing like a good fitting suit. I love mine super tailored. I like I do a lot of squats, so I like to have the ass tight. I like to show off the cheeks, and I like to have the waistline, sucked up really tight, I want that jacket to be, profiling me pretty slim. But yeah, you're right. I'm going to take that over the option A, because that's something that I probably wouldn't buy myself.
Yeah. To that point, I mean, like I have several suits that I wear for work, and I've had them tailored and this and that. Like you're saying, I think the most I spent on any of those were, probably $750. But for the one that I got married in, I spent about $1,000.
Wow. Good call, man.
And comparatively to all those other suits, this was in my most in shape look, and having that suit fitted beautifully made me look better than all the other ones, even though I wasn't as in shape. So there's something to be said about a custom, really well fitted suit.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, we talked about hypothetical situations. You got to wear those with flip-flops, right? Was it a flip-flops or a Hawaiian shirt guy?
Yeah.
Solid. Okay, that was your $1,000 level, huh?
Yep. Now,
any other honorables?
No, sir. It's yours for $10,000. What are you fucking getting me?
10,000 was tough. I'm going to be honest with you, because there's a lot of things I'd like to get you, or get someone for $10,000.
Yep.
But it's not quite there. Like I can't get you a car, because you can get a used car for $10,000, but I'm not going to get you a used car for $10,000.
Or what you texted me, which was like, what was it? A USSR submarine.
A decommissioned tank. Now that's actually on my honorable mentions. I went through. I probably spent. My wife wonders what I do while she goes to work all day long. I tell her I'm editing photos and doing all the production that I'm supposed to be doing, but I literally spent an hour.
eBay and shit.
I went on an hour going down this rabbit hole of all these different websites where you can buy military surplus vehicles, everything from Broncos to light armor tanks to 6-wheel amphibious vehicles, but they do range. They start around $5,000 and they go up to $50,000.
Sure.
You can get a bulletproof G-Wagon, for about $20,000, but that's a little out of the price bracket there. But there was so much cool stuff on the military surplus. But I wanted to get you something you could actually use versus something that just has a kind of a cool factor. Now, if we go to our dream house episode and you've already got all the cool stuff, I'm 100% going to buy you the tank. I'm going to buy you the tank so you can take it around the back 40 and, shoot some cannons or shoot the 9 yards of ammo that we talked about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
But what I opted to get you instead, and I opted to get you 2 of them, because you can get 2 of these particular things that I found for $5,000 each.
Okay.
And now what 2 of them does for you specifically is it gives you the option to take your wife, or to take one of your buddies and share the experience with it. I found 2 manufacturers, one mainly, I'm going to bookmark and put it in the show notes, electric motorcycles. I found one that has an 80-mile range, goes up to 80 miles an hour. So it gets up there pretty quick. It goes to 80 miles an hour really quick, but it doesn't, the top speed isn't super impressive.
Sure.
But it's really sleek looking, billet aluminum, machinery. It looks really sexy for $5,000.
Okay.
Disc brakes.
Really?
It's something that looks like the learning curve to be on there would be really low. So you could definitely throw someone on there.
Sure.
That's fairly new to it, but you can rip around, go up the coast.
Street bikes.
Just have some, street bikes. Yeah, it's a street bike, electric street bike for $5,000. I'm getting you 2 of them. That way you can share the experience with them.
Heck yeah. That's a good get, man. I like that.
Yeah, man. I'll put some. If you're watching on the YouTube video here, I'll be sure to have some pictures up on there too. But $5,000. This particular brand was called Sondors.
Okay, that's good.
Kind of sexy looking.
Yeah, I like that. I fucked around with a zero bike. I haven't actually been on it, but I on one of my old man walks, I stumbled upon the zero bike store, and man, there's something there. And then Harley's also doing. I think it's not LimeWire.
Yeah.
It's like Livewire or something like that. They're doing some bikes too. It's an interesting world with that stuff, man.
That's what sparked the idea. I remember you talked about looking at electric bike, and now the ones that I think that are more in your class there are definitely like $20,000 to $30,000 bikes.
Oh, sure.
But I figured for $5,000 it'd be something you could put a newbie on and just go rip around and have a fun time. And
hell
if it gets messed up, whatever. If you lose one of them along the way, you still got another one.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. I love it. One of my honorables for about the $500 level. And that's what spurred the, like, do you buy the top of the line? Do you get the good value one? Do you get the economy one? Like, I don't know. Like in LA, having one of those like little electric scooters, like a Razor scooter with an electric motor on it, is like buddy. Good, but you can spend $2,500, or you can get a really good one for $500. So like, I didn't know where to put that one, but it's right in line with your talk. I mean, those things are just so super fun and great idea. I love it. Mine is a little bit better than yours and super impractical. How about that?
Okay, come at me. What you got here?
Okay, so what I got is the Water Wolf. Okay, for $10,000, Nick, I'm getting you a Water Wolf.
I'm not familiar with a Water Wolf.
Yeah, me either. This is a waveless surfboard.
Oh,
this is totally impractical. And the way I thought about this was like, I was like, okay, so so if I'm going to spend $10,000 on Nick, like it's not going to be on redoing his sprinkler system or getting his house painted. I mean, those are incredible things that you would spend $10,000 on. It would be incredible to help your buddy out with that situation, or pave his driveway, or all the stuff that like makes sense and is practical and all that stuff. But if I showed up with a waveless surfboard from Water Wolf, a $10,000 waveless surfboard where you get to throw this bitch down at Lake Roosevelt in Washington, or Havasu, or Lake Powell, or Lake Mead, all these places that you want to be seen, and you're going to just fucking start this bitch up and roll in a waveless surfboard. I'm looking at them right now. Think paddleboarding without the fucking paddle, and being able to go the speed that you want to. And you have that double level. You can stay down right at the water. You can go up a little bit higher if you want to, up above that surf, that wake. And you can go wherever you want on that lake. Now, if there's some chop, if you're at Lake Chelan, it's probably going to hand you your ass. If you're on the ocean, it's probably going to beat your ass.
I was going to say, that was one of the questions I had. All the pictures online here show it on pristine glass water.
Pretty glass water. I'm not buying you great conditions with this.
Well, here in Las Vegas, Lake Mead doesn't get extremely choppy unless the wind kicks up. So Lake Mead's okay.
Well, and in the summertime, it's still going to be hot as fuck. It's still going to be hot. Yeah. So you can go in the morning, and we could take turns.
I like that.
Yeah. So anyway, the impractical but super fun and opportunity to take some photos, and I'll drone footage you around while you're fucking around with your waveless surfboard is the $10,000.
Well, I think you nailed it, because at this price point, if you got that kind of disposable income to spend on your man friend, you want to get them something fun and impractical that they're not going to buy themselves, you know?
Yeah. I think the honorable mention with that was a complete and total outdoor setup, right? So like getting all of your gear, all your REI gear that you need, and then like maybe a pop top for your truck, you know, and getting all the tents and the Coleman's and the stove and the coolers and all that kind of stuff. So otherwise, if it wasn't the waveless, ridiculous, totally impractical surfboard, I would get you a full setup for your outdoor like camping needs, because you kind of piecemeal that stuff as it goes, right? You kind of build your collection as it goes. You're like, I need that good raincoat, and then I need that stove, and then I need that tent. But if like you could do kind of in the Price is Right showcase standpoint, where you're like, here's a $10,000 outdoor setup, here's your whole camping setup needs, that would also be that was my honorable mention.
Solid, man. Okay. Hell yeah. I'm torn. Whose list is better? Let's be blunt about this.
Okay. To be honest with you, I don't know that I would totally listen to yours. So I'll tell you. So quick recap for mine. My $20, I spent $30 on a Yeti mug.
Breaking the rules, yeah.
Breaking the rules already. A Yeti, what is it? Tumbler? Yeti.
Yep.
Yeah, tumbler. Okay.
Cooler mug, whatever. Yeah.
Cooler mug. A Leatherman multi-tool. A urinal for your house. A stunt driving course, and then a Water Wolf waveless surfboard. So based on my little recap to remind myself of what I've got, I broke rules, and my stuff's cool, but incredibly impractical. Post $100. Your turn.
Recapping, I went consumables for $20. I got you a bunch of tobacco for your pipe. $100, I got you a record player. $500, I got you a driving or riding experience, either a track day on the motorcycle or a Dirtfish rally car session up in Seattle. $1,000, I got you a hunting rifle. And the $10,000 level, I got you 2 e-bikes that you can rip around with your friends.
Fuck, you won. Damn it. Mine is a good list, but you fucking won.
I would not be unhappy with any of those gifts. Like I said, the only one that I chose of your alternates, I think, was the suit. The suit was a good alternate because that's something that's outside of the box that I would not buy for myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'd love to hear from the listeners too. If we miss anything, or if you got any better ideas for these levels, the levels again were $20, $100, $500, $1,000, and $10,000.
What would you do instead of what we picked? Put that on the list.
I love it. Thanks you guys for sticking with us for another episode. These hypothetical lists, the top 5 authority, Nick and Adam, the PowerFall project.
What are we doing for next week?
Next week, we are debating our top 5 singers or solo artists.
Okay.
Now,
yeah,
this is going to be a wide variety of genres of music, and I've already got a couple in mind, and I've got my work cut out for me because I think you're more of the music connoisseur than I am.
Oh man, but this is going to be tough because I'm gonna. It doesn't necessarily. Oh, fuck. It doesn't necessarily need to be someone that you like.
I'm going no. Going no because there's some iconic, even some female artists that I'm not usually into, but I respect the space they operate in. So spoiler alert, I might have some females on my list.
Okay. And I lost my video. That sucks. Now, if they are, okay, to your point, they could be incredible singers. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I lost my video. I do apologize. They could be incredible singers that you don't necessarily like, but they are on the top 5 singers or solo artists. So what are you going to do?
Defend your answer.
Defend your answer.
As always.
That's another one in the books. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate it.
I'm Nick.
I'm Adam.
Catch you next week.
Later.